From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Tony Ann.
On this week's Disney Crush Podcast, Veronica joins us so that she and Dave could talk about their day at Hollywood Studios yesterday and answer the listener question. Where would you take newbies coming to Walt Disney World? What 3 rides are must-dos for visitors? Episode 444 of the Disney Crush Podcast starts right now.
Episode 444, Tony Ann and Veronica, if you guys are into numbers, 444, it means there's, people have meanings to these numbers and stuff. It means protection, stability, and divine guidance. But I think some of that was missing tonight because we forgot to hit record. But we caught it within 30 seconds. So there was protection, guidance, maybe. But I don't want to be a downer. It also means build solid foundations, trust your intuition, and maintain balance in your life, Tony Ann and Veronica.
Okay. I'm working on that every day. Trying to get a little better.
But in some cultures, 444 is not good. It's bad.
No,
it's like the number 13. But we're gonna that's different cultures. We're gonna go with us, and we're gonna say it's positive. It's protection and stability. Okay. Balance.
All right. We need some balance. Episode 444. Dave, you said you had a little bit of news or Facebook or something?
I do have some Facebook.
Aww, this week's the good, the bad, and the ugly of Facebook. Bing.
Kind of like that one.
Yeah.
So my family and I were walking out of Epcot tonight after the fireworks show and looking at all the to-go boxes and trash outside of y'all's cars in the parking lot. It's despicable. There are trash cans all over, and the fact that our parking lot looks like a garbage truck spread its trash everywhere is ridiculous. Let's have some manners when you come to Disney and throw your trash away. Please and thank you. That was, I guess, a public service announcement from her.
I agree.
Yeah, someone said, I'm especially grossed out when people leave dirty diapers in the parking lot. We've seen that a lot. And then the best comment was this one. My friend and I saw a lady who had to be 65 plus years old, standing butt naked in the Magic Kingdom parking lot, changing outside of her vehicle in the middle of the day. No doors open, trying to provide any privacy. And worst part is, when we drove by, she bent forward with her backside towards the traffic and us. Could have given her a colonoscopy from the front passenger seat of the car. I don't know if it's because so many visitors come from other countries or if it's simply us Americans being heathens. Either way, magic ruined and therapy needed. Laughing out loud.
Well, that reminded me that I had some people mad at us last week because there was a viral video last week that I didn't catch because I was not paying attention last week, of somebody who jumped off the safari truck and was actually peeing in the savannah, and the safari truck was waiting for him to jump back in. And I really wonder if that there was a little bit of an accent. I don't know if it was a cultural thing that he thought there was nothing wrong with that. He said he couldn't wait. He said, I couldn't wait.
Yeah. Well, I've been in a position where I couldn't wait, but I had to wait.
Right.
But yeah, you don't know. I did see that actually, and I think I forgot to mention it in the podcast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you never know. I don't know. I don't know. I've
jumped off the safari truck to pee. I
don't know. I'm not jumping off the safari truck. You think he was drinking? Maybe Veronica's doing the whole.
Veronica, you could talk, Veronica.
Yeah.
Maybe he was drinking. Animal Kingdom has a lot of beverages, so a couple of beers, and maybe.
Hey, when you got to go, you got to go. But yeah, here we don't take to that because especially if there's children on the safari, but in the truck, yeah, that's not a good thing. But I don't know. I've noticed, and I think I was talking to Scott when we went over. We visited with Scott and Karen, our friends, and we both mentioned to each other that there's. I know it's hot, but there just seems like a lot less clothing being worn, and we're surprised that they're getting they can get I don't want to say get away with it, but they're not. I don't know. I've just seen a lot of it lately. I mean, it's kind of like boobs. You've seen one boob, you want to see another one. But butt cheeks, when you see one butt cheek, do you want to see another one? I don't know.
It depends on the butt.
Yeah, wrap that thing up and put it away. No, we don't want to see that. Anyway.
And there's too many kids.
There's too many kids. We need to get rid of kids in the parks. Is that what you're saying?
No, too many kids to be walking around half naked. You should not be doing that.
And I mean, really, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, the whole butt hanging out. I mean, that's right. Like little tennis skirts. You ever seen those the little tennis skirts?
Yeah.
And there's were they wearing anything? Because it was hard to tell. Anyway.
A lot of those skirts have shorts under them, and it gives you a sense of security that they're still short.
No, there was no shorts. No, there was no, no.
Okay.
No, there was butt cheekers hanging out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm done with that topic.
Okay.
But the thing,
you're getting old, Dave.
I know the thing about no, I don't care. But like I said, if you've seen one butt cheek, you want to see another one. Look, when we drove into Hollywood Studios, we were very early, and there was not many people there. Okay. And the first thing that I saw, I don't know if you noticed it, Veronica, you probably will when I mention it, was there was a bag of Chick-fil-A in the parking lot as we drove up. And it was the whole bag, the bag that the food comes in, the bag that the hamburger came in, and the fry. And I'm thinking, where did they get that this early in the morning? Do they serve hamburgers this early in the morning at Chick-fil-A? And that was on a Sunday, and they're closed on Sunday.
They're closed on Sunday, so it was there from the day before.
So maybe they just had it from the day before, and they just said, you know what? Did they do it? Because it was like, it wasn't in a parking spot. It was like on the road coming up into the parking where you park. And it was right there. So did they just open the door and just sling it out? I don't know.
People over here?
I don't know. I don't know. Look, these people, but do you think that they would put up with someone coming into their driveway in their house, driving in their driveway, opening up the car door and just dumping their trash out and then backing out? They'd probably be livid. They'd probably be, what are you doing? But they'll do it.
Right.
Anyway. Okay. I'm going down a rabbit hole. I got to climb back out. I got to get back out of it. Okay. So that's that.
Okay.
Just don't
leave your junk in the parking lot, especially dirty diapers.
That's just disgusting. Okay. Let's get happy. Let's do something happy.
Okay.
Some fun. So we went over to Hollywood Studios and met up with our friends Scott and Karen, and our friend Scott is a cast member, and he invited us to the Muppets cast member preview of Rock and Roller Coaster, the Muppet.
Ooh.
The Muppets.
Yep.
So that was thank you guys. It was really fun. But Scott didn't go on it. His back is hurting and he didn't go on it. And Veronica doesn't do the roller coaster. So me and Karen had to be the ones to suffer and go through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to, I guess I'm not going to spoil anything. Okay. There's no real spoilers. I have video and I have pictures, but I'm not allowed to put any of those out right now.
Okay.
So I can't do that till, I don't know, what is it? The 26th or something. Right. But the queues are good. The queue's cute, nice. There's some cool stuff in the queue, but it's still, the, in the recording room, where they do recording studio. That's cool. But really, it's this Rock and Roller Coaster.
It's the same ride.
Yeah, it's the same ride, and with a little something changed, and it's cool. It's cool. It's something good, something new.
Was the music good you got?
No, it was a little. I can't remember what the song was. It was
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. What was it?
Walking on Sunshine.
Walking on Sunshine. So it needed to be a little bit more upbeat, something a little bit more. I don't know.
More rock and roll.
Yeah, like Aerosmith, right?
Like they should get Aerosmith.
They should get Aerosmith. That would be great.
Oh God.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh well.
At least the Muppets are in the park.
Yeah, that's true.
And Dave didn't notice, and I probably did because I didn't go on the ride. So we waited, walked through the gift shop, and the merchandise looked so cool. It was still wrapped up kind of in not clear plastic, but you could get a gist of what it was. And I saw some cute things. You couldn't buy anything. The shop was not open, but they did close half of the gift shop. So that recording studio side is all closed up. So the gift shop is, now smaller.
You mean where the photos used to be? We used to buy your photo? Is that what's closed?
It used to be the, I guess, recording studio side of it, where you'd go and make like dog tags, and you still get off the ride and touch to your photo.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you walk through, on the right is all the merchandise, and on the left there used to be this. It was an open room that looked like a recording studio.
Yeah,
that's all closed.
They used to sell picture stuff.
Yes,
they used to. Like if you didn't have PhotoPass, you could buy your picture there.
Yeah, that's all closed. There's just a solid black fake brick wall.
All right. So I see you guys finally went and did Little Mermaid show.
Veronica, you want to speak to this? Because she really wanted to do this one.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done Little Mermaid since way before it closed.
Right.
Probably, it was Olivia's favorite princess.
Right.
So we used to do it when she was little. And I always enjoyed it. So we were looking forward to it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I think the way they got, people that never saw it before the renovation, there used to actually be like there used to be water, and it actually, from what I understand, there was a mold issue in the building. So they've gotten rid of real water and put in like animated water that it looks pretty good though.
Yeah, and
it's very bright.
I mean, I don't think there's any spoilers to Ariel, the show, but I do enjoy that she moved this time. She gets off her rock, and she swims and does a dance, whatever. The only thing I could tell you, which caught my eye and Dave did not notice, is that her tail is made out of like a felt wood, like a wool. I don't know. It and the other puppets as well. So if you look at Flounder, they're made out of like a I don't know. I would say felt or like a wool.
Okay.
I don't know. Kind of like our Pendleton blankets. Thick wool. So I don't know if maybe it's because the shimmer on her tail would, maybe with the lighting and the screens, would be a problem. Otherwise, I have no idea why they would do that, but I don't know. But I couldn't take my eyes off it once I noticed it. What'd you think, Dave?
No, I thought it was great. Yeah. It's been a long time, and I mentioned that to Veronica, that I honestly don't remember too much about it because we really don't go on it very often.
Yeah.
But I did notice that to me, it just seems like the production has gone way up, and they've done a lot. There's a lot more going on. She does get off the rock, because all I remember is her just sitting on a rock for the whole thing and singing. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But now it's more of a story, and a lot more production to it. So it's much better. I'm going to say it's much better. But I'm going to go back to
By Rock and Roller Coaster.
By Rock and Roller Coaster, and Villains is, I'm sorry, not by, I'm going to say another new show, The Villains, is incredible. And I saw it for the second time, and I think I enjoyed it more the second time because I kind of knew a little bit about what's going on. But it's one of those things where I'm going to keep going back to, because I really liked Captain Hook, the first show.
Yeah.
And he didn't win, because there's a little contest if you want, if you haven't been on it, you have to cheer for your favorite villain. And he didn't win, but he won this time. And
cool.
I was talking to Scott, and Scott said, last time I was here, he won too. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if it's the same actor or not. We were closer than we were last time, so I really got to see his facial expressions more. But the guy reminds me of Ben on Frozen Sing Along. He just has that charismatic. He's got that it factor. He's got he's got it. And
there was a lot of improv. He was doing, I think he was so natural at it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was really a good time.
Yeah. And whoever he is, I'm hoping I get him. Like I used to look for Ben when he was there.
Right.
Because he worked the crowd, and people were loving him. It was really good. So props to Captain Hook.
All right.
We went to Tap House while waiting for the preview,
Okay.
and I had a lemonade, which I've never had before, and that was really good. It was hit with a splash of vodka, all right, but it was really good. I would do that again. Dave did not have anything there, so but the lemonade was good.
Yeah, and the reason we went to Tap House is because when we got to Rock and Roller Coaster, it was down.
Oh.
And so they said you can come back anytime because there were certain slots that the cast members had to. It was like a lottery you had to apply for. And Scott was telling us that not everybody got it. That you have to apply for it, and maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. But we were waiting for them out front to meet us, and we were there for a good 20 minutes waiting on them. And the check-in was right outside the Tap Styles, and we commented that there were so many people coming, and you could only bring 3 guests. The cast member could only bring 3 guests, but it was just a constant flow of people coming in, and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it really surprised me. I'm like, and Scott, I think when Scott got there, I mentioned, I said, man, there were so many people come for this thing, and not everybody got it. It just surprised me how many people there are. And he goes, well, there's like 8,000 employees.
Right.
But yeah, just a lot of people. And then it showed because when the ride was down, of course, the line, when it got back up, that's why we decided to go do other things like the Villains and Tap House and kind of wait because it was crazy. It was worse than any crazy day at Rock and Roller Coaster.
Wow.
The line was all the way down and all the way back to Villains. Yeah, it was crazy. So we went to the Tap House, had some drinks, had some, some downtime in the AC. And then after about an hour or so, hour and a half, we decided, it should be down by now. Let's go. Mm-hmm. And we got there and it was still all the way out to the front of Rock and Roller Coaster. And we probably waited a good 30, 45 minutes maybe.
And 30. It moved.
It moved quick.
Yeah, well, without Fast Pass, without people with Fast Passes going ahead of you, it won't move.
Right, yeah. But it was still a lot of people. And then, of course, like our luck goes, we got off of it and there was nobody in line. It was just a walk-on then. But that's, par for the course.
And Scott and Karen went to see Soarin' the night before. Did they say anything?
Yeah, they really liked it. They went on I think 3 times.
Three
times.
Yeah. Go see that. Yeah.
They said it was really good. I won't spoil that one either.
Coming soon.
But our first question was anything bent, crooked? Was anything?
Were there any Eiffel Towers on that thing?
Yeah, was there anything like really, out of whack?
The Washington Monument. All right. So we put a question out to did you have anything? I'm sorry, before I go on.
No, that was good. And yeah, we had a great time. So thank you so much to Scott and Karen. We appreciate it. We had a great time. And we got to see our friend Andy. Andy Hoffman was there. He had been in town for, I think, a good while and found out we were coming over there to Hollywood Studios. And he jumped over and came over and met us and went on Villains with us. So had a brief visit with him, but it was really great seeing Andy.
Yeah, he was playing tour guide for some friends this week when he was there. He said the crowds weren't that bad when he was there this week, during the week.
The heat's keeping people away.
I don't think it's that hot right now. Like, I don't know.
We had a little overcast. It got hot waiting in line for the ride, but we were in AC a lot of the day. If you think about Villains, Mermaid, Tap House, and in the morning, Dave and I just tooling around doing Star Tours and stuff.
Yeah.
So we managed really well. But I think that's what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have any lightning lanes or anything like that. We just kind of winged it. Got on Star Tours, and what else did we do? We were going to go to Slinky Dog, but it was a 50-minute wait, and we weren't waiting in the sun. But I can't remember what else we didn't. We did something else, didn't we?
You guys walked through Galaxy's Edge, and I saw a video you put up.
We did Star Tours, then Mermaid, then we went up to meet Scott and Karen. So that was at Mermaid. Yeah.
Yeah, we went over to Rise to see we thought, well, let's go on single rider line. But we got over there and they said that it wasn't open because they were understaffed.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't open single rider line until there's enough staff to do that. And the manager, it's warranted.
Right.
So because I asked her, is there a specific time we could come back? And she said, no, it just doesn't work that way.
So you posed a question to our listeners, Dave. You asked the listeners, you are taking someone to Walt Disney World that has never been before. You can only go on 3 rides or attractions in any of the parks. What are they? So what 3 rides or attractions?
When I started thinking about this one, I thought I'm just gonna say what one ride would you take them on? And then as I started thinking about it myself, I thought, no, that's it's hard. I gotta give them at least 2. And then by the end of it, by the time I posted the post, I gotta give at least 3. I didn't want to go for every park, but just pick 3 out of all the parks. What 3 rides would you take someone who's never been to Disney before, never been to Walt Disney World? What are the 3 rides that you want to take them on? And we got a cool response from it.
Lori Talamo, our friend from Louisiana, said Guardians of the Galaxy, Flight of Passage, and Toy Story Mania. I like that. I think Guardians would be one of mine too, if the person is up to it.
Yeah, no trickery. They have to be up for it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good 3. That's a good top 3. Jeff Opolka says Haunted Mansion, one of the most iconic Disney attractions. Kilimanjaro Safari captures the spirit of Animal Kingdom, and Soarin', majestic and unique.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree on Haunted Mansion. Definitely, that has to be one of the 3.
I could think of a lot of them, but yeah, Soarin's another good one. That one captured my emotions when years and years ago, so I kind of see that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, another good top 3.
Yeah, Soarin' is very special. Jeff Kessler said Rise of the Resistance, Flight of Passage, and Haunted Mansion again. Yeah, see, Flight of Passage, my mom, who's in her 90s, loves Flight of Passage. But I don't know that it's iconic Disney, and if as far as only being able to do 3 rides, it's pretty amazing. The technology is pretty amazing. I know you didn't give us this option, but it really depends on the person that I'm taking.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's true.
Flight of Passage is just unique.
It is. It's one of those rides that it's really unbelievable. The technology. And I know my mom, who is, not as young as me, she loves it too. She just loves it.
Carlin Ham says Rise of the Resistance, another great one. Tiana's Bayou, and Flight of Passage.
I wish Tiana's, it has so much potential. I feel like there's something missing in that ride.
Yeah, it's called Splash. You're going to never replace Splash. That's it. That's what it is. And I get that.
I think it's storyline related, but okay. Tom Allison has Haunted Mansion, Spaceship Earth, and Flight of Passage, the main queue. He wants to go through the regular queue, not Lightning Lane, because that queue is special.
Yeah, and he's absolutely correct that if you're taking somebody for the first time, do not do a fast pass, do not do any kind of Lightning Lane, take them through the queue. Hopefully you don't have to wait 2 hours, but that queue is probably the best queue.
Did I ever tell you about my sister in Spaceship Earth? That my sister is she's come to Disney many times. She's come with her boyfriend, who she's been with for many years, and he always thought Spaceship Earth was a roller coaster. He thought it was like a thrill ride, and he would refuse to ride it. So the last time I went with her, and he wasn't with her, I said, "Come on, we'll go on Spaceship Earth." And she was like, "I've never ridden Spaceship Earth." And she told me that her boyfriend thinks it's a roller coaster. I said, Dame Judi Dench is the narrator. Do you think she narrates a roller coaster? So, yeah. So she went home and told him it wasn't a thrill ride.
Greg Tomei. Is it Tomei? Greg, we do this every time with him.
I don't know.
Greg Tomei? Tome? Greg Tome? Greg Tome? Let us know.
Let us know, Greg, because you participate in our group a lot.
Yes, he's always commenting, and we appreciate it. Rise, he says Rise, Flight of Passage, and Pirates. 3 good ones. 3 really good ones.
Yeah, Pirates is iconic.
Yeah, I think I would include Pirates in one of mine for sure.
Andy Hoffman, he's got Haunted Mansion, Pirates, and the Safari. Those are 3 solid ones. I think if I was bringing a kid or a grandma, those would be my 3 probably.
Well, the Haunted Mansion and Pirates, it's really old Disney storytelling. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you get that now with the new rides.
Both of those rides were created as freestanding stories that were not based on IP at the time. Now there's Pirates IP and Haunted Mansion IP. But when they were created, they were original stories that were not based on movies or anything. That's the way things used to be.
Yeah, and they're a little longer, so you really get to be immersed in the story, where I just feel like things now they're just not done the same way. It's just not. Yeah.
We were talking a couple weeks ago, Veronica, about the Little Mermaid ride and how it jumps, like a very important part of the movie. It just ignores, it just jumps to the end. At the beginning, the build-up is wonderful, and then they just, okay, we got to get this ride done, and they took out half the story.
Also, Sean Harder, he agreed with Andy. He said, I totally agree with these 3. So, Jennifer Vatz says Haunted Mansion. There's Haunted Mansion again, Spaceship Earth, and Kilimanjaro Safari.
Patrick Wheeler has Soarin', Pirates, and Flight of Passage.
A lot of repeats.
Yeah.
Luke Barnett from the Disload podcast. Check him out. He says Magic Kingdom, Small World, Splash, Tiana. So he put those together. Mm-hmm. And Space.
Space Mountain.
I think he means Space Mountain.
Say Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking.
I agree with him that if you're taking somebody for one day who's never been, you kind of have to do Magic Kingdom. Even if it's not my favorite park, I would probably take a first timer to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah.
Yeah. My very dear friend, Deirdre Watts, said Expedition Everest, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates. She said if Splash Mountain was still there, it would have been at the top of my list. And I'm tempted to just say tiki 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 tiki, but I don't want everyone to have that song stuck in their head.
Too late. Sorry, now it's there.
Oh, and Deirdre, I would go if we could have a Dole Whip. I'm on board.
and I love going with Deirdre, but I love going with Andy because me and him just always fall asleep in that one.
There you go.
And we always wake up at the end and go, "Did you fall asleep?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Did you?" "Yeah."
How could you fall asleep?
I know, with all that click clackety and clack clackety clack clack clack.
Now the beak's clacking.
Noreen Van Doren says Safari, Flight of Passage, there it is again, and Guardians for sure.
Noreen loves her rides. She gets up at the crack of dawn so she could be there and get her ride on. She would ride all day long. She's a ride or die. So.
Oh, she is. I know. We've been with her in the parks before, and that, yes.
Yes, we rope dropped Slinky. And I was so happy. See, someone was willing to do it with me.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. And me and Wendy were trying to get over to Rise.
Right. Levi Richards added Flight of Passage, Guardians, and Tiana. See? I think they're all very popular, those couple of rides.
They are. Angela Noyes says Small World, duh. Guardians and Tower of Terror.
She added a 4th.
I know. And Kilimanjaro Safari. In the event another ride is down or too long, a wait.
There you go.
Well,
Tower
she's
of Terror.
thinking.
What do you think of taking a first timer on Tower of Terror?
It's not one of my favorite rides, but I can see it because it is so cool, even though I don't like it. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It just kind of makes me a little sick in the stomach. that up and down motion, but the whole cue going through it and the whole premise of the whole story, yeah, it's really cool.
She does have a point about Small World. I know it's not your favorite ride, but I think a first timer, I think someone who's never been, I feel like that is classic Disney. You never have to ride it again once you've ridden it, but you should ride it at least once in your lifetime.
Yeah, but I'm giving you only 3, and I'm gonna politely disagree with you on this one.
Okay. Gina Gratzky, she's a Disneylander, so she said Tron, Guardians, and Slinky Dog because none of these exist in any form in Disneyland. So she's looking for the Disney World exclusive rides that have nothing similar at Disneyland. Your friend Marianne, Dave.
Yep, Marianne says Grand Mariner Slush, Dad's Electric Lemonade. Oh, you want rides? How dare you, Marianne? But that's Marianne.
I could get on board with those 3. Come on now. I don't do roller coasters, but I do those.
Angie Smith, Big Thunder Mountain, Rise, and Guardian. She was one of the first people in line for that Big Thunder when it reopened the other day.
Laura Nothenagel says, I'll never forget starting the in-laws on the very important Splash, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates, only for them to say, oh, so this place is all about just boats?
Oh, that's funny.
So Joy Cook said, so the person is someone who says, you're going to Disney again? So my goal is to shut them up for good. So I'm going to take them on Rise, Guardians, and Remy. I wouldn't let them step foot in Magic Kingdom.
I love it.
Her husband added, her husband had his own. He says Guardians, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Rise. And they were there this week, so they're fresh in his mind. So yeah, I get it. If you want somebody to get off your back about why do you go to Disney, you want to show them why exactly it is you keep going.
Right? Yeah. I can't disagree with her. Wendy Fox says, go to 3 different parks: Haunted Mansion, Magic Kingdom, Rise, Hollywood Studios, of course, and Safari, Animal Kingdom. But add Remy in Epcot as honorable mention because the last one is my favorite.
Oh, she loves the raccoon.
Aw.
Just like Michael. Kayleen Stun says Guardians, Tron, and Flight of Passage. It's really hard, though. She loves so many.
And our wonderful friend Uli says, Rise, People Mover, love the People Mover, and Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I think the if we were to go through all of those, all the comments, the number one ride I think that would come on top would be Flight of Passage that we saw more than anything.
We really needed to go through the answers and see.
Yeah, because I think that one really did.
We could make a definitive list of what the top 3 were.
Maybe we should have done that, but we're not going to do that right now. Maybe we'll do that another time.
We needed Chris Future with us. We would have done it.
Rise was in there too. Flight of Passage and Rise was in there.
Haunted Mansion. Guardians was mentioned a lot, but Rise and Flight of Passage were definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. And those are all iconic rides, and those are rides you really want to take people on that's never been before. And then they'll see, oh, this is why you come. Okay, I get it now. And we've been, one of our favorite things to do is to take someone who's never been, and we've done it before, never been to Disney, or someone who hasn't been in a long, long time. And those are just great times and great moments.
My Dave's daughter Brianna is going with Kirsten, Dave's granddaughter, and Olivia. So for them, they have not been there in years. So there's so many, things we are used to already, they've never seen. I mean, so it's going to be fun, and that's going to be a good trip. Yeah.
Not Olivia. Olivia's been there, but
right.
Brianna and my granddaughter Kirsten haven't been there in a long time. All right, that was fun. Thank you guys for joining the conversation, and we know what rides to go on now. So anybody ask, you tell them your 3 rides. I don't think you could go wrong with any of those.
Nope.
All right. Well,
maybe Small World.
It's Small World. Yeah, that one. I don't know. Noise. I don't know. Noise.
And the tiki room.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wanted to say Carousel of Progress just because, but then they'd be like, well, no, you can't do that.
Right.
That might make them stay
Definition.
away.
Michael loves it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Take them on the Tiki Room, Carousel of Progress, and
The whole president.
Hall of Presidents. Yeah. And then see if they come back.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us this week on the Disney Crush podcast. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Hi.
Then that's it. All right.
Turkey and truth has spoken!
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?